In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how you can use flex fields to enhance your applications and reduce your development time. Flex fields are a custom page control delivered with the enhancement framework for PeopleSoft. To illustrate the use of flex fields, I'm going to modify the delivered voucher inquiry page to replace over 24 fields with a set of flex fields. The flex fields will give me the ability to select any field from the voucher record and search for vouchers based upon the value of that field. To start, I'm going to make a copy of the existing voucher inquiry page and add that new page to the voucher inquiry component so I can test the page and compare its functionality to that of the existing page. I'll label our new page, New Page. Next, I'm going to add a flex field subrecord to the work record that underlies the voucher inquiry page. Several flex field subrecords are delivered with the enhancement framework for PeopleSoft. I'm going to choose a subrecord that supports 6 flex fields. Now I'm going to delete the old search subpage and replace it with a flex field subpage. Again, there are multiple subpages for flex fields delivered with the enhancement framework for PeopleSoft. I'm going to choose a page that supports 6 flex fields. And next I'll copy the search push button from the old subpage. In order to save myself the trouble of relaying out this page to eliminate all this excess white space, I'm going to insert a placeholder field that's delivered with the enhancement framework for PeopleSoft. There's people code associated with this field that fires on row init and hides the field. Next, I'm going to add FlexField registration people code to the voucher inquiry component. Now, rather than type this people code from scratch, I'm going to go to the FlexField demo component delivered with the enhancement framework for PeopleSoft and copy the code from there. The demo component is a great place to go to experiment with the functionality of FlexFields and test any enhancements you may make to FlexFields. I'm going to place the registration people code on the component pre-build event. Now, the FlexField constructor method takes three parameters. The first is a reference to the field name field on one of the page controls. The second parameter is the record that we want to use that defines the fields that we want to see, as well as the prompts for those fields. In this case, we're going to use the voucher record. And the last parameter is a Boolean value that indicates whether or not the flex field is used in a search capacity. In this case it is, so the value of that Boolean parameter is true. Now I'll make a copy of the registration code for my remaining 5 flex fields. Now let's look at the voucher inquiry component and see if we have functioning flex fields. I'll refresh the component. And here's our new page with our 6 flex fields. You can see the flex fields contain every field in the voucher record. And when I select one of those fields, my prompts are the prompt values defined in that record. Also, I have a wide range of operators that I can use to define my criteria. Now let's say we didn't want to expose all the fields in our record to our users. For instance, let's say that we didn't want to expose this AM business unit field. Well, with flex fields, we can utilize the add field name exclusions method to remove fields from our field name dropdown. Now let's go back and refresh our page and look at the first flex field dropdown. We can see the AM business unit field is no longer available for selection. Also, if I didn't want to expose all 6 flex fields that exist on the flex field subpage, I could set the visible property to false and hide that flex field. So let's go back to our page and refresh it. And now the sixth flex field is invisible. Now let's demonstrate how we can use flex fields to generate the criteria associated with our search push button. Again, rather than write the code from scratch, I'm going to go to our flex field demo component and copy similar code from there. I'll start by disabling the existing code and paste in our copy code. In order to generate our where clause, we can use our flex field getWhereClause method. That method takes two properties, two parameters. One is an alias. In this case, I'm not going to use an alias. And the second is a prefix for our clause. In this case, on the first flex field, I'm going to use where. And on subsequent flex fields, I'm going to use and. Next, I'm going to create a row set object for our target row set. And we'll start out by flushing that row set. Next, we'll select into that row set. And we're going to select from another record that's defined within the component. And we'll use our where clause generated by our flex fields. Now let's go back to our voucher inquiry page and see if our selection criteria are functioning. Again, we'll refresh the page. And we'll add a criteria on the business unit field. And it appears our business unit criteria worked. Let's add another criteria on the invoice date. And we'll search for anything with an invoice date less than or equal to 8/9/2000. Again, it appears our criteria is working. And let's add one more criteria on our match status. We'll search for everything that's to be matched. So, as you can see, in just over 15 minutes, we've replaced the existing functionality of the voucher inquiry page with functionality from Flex Fields. If you'd like to learn more about Flex Fields and other page controls delivered with the enhancement framework for PeopleSoft, visit us at our website, efp.solutions.